Hi, this is Rafael, and welcome to my Word of the Week. In the Gospel, when Jesus was in the wilderness for 40 days, the devil found this opportune time to offer food when he did not eat. The devil said, "If you are the Son of God, command this stone to become a loaf of bread." The meaning and test are common and expected to be the actions of the devil. We can see it here in our community. Temptation is real, faceless, and often the spiritual battles that we confront on a day-to-day basis. In this situation, and if it happens to us, we may be out of luck, but never are we out of time. And time is all that devil may have. If you walk away, Satan will win the temptation and you will not be humbled anymore. To resist, I would remember this passage according to Luke, where Jesus' wisdom of Scripture forced the devil back down in the hole. Way down in the hole, to quote a famous song from Tom Waits. First, I hope you have the strength to ask for help when it's needed. Yes, praying and asking for the Mother Mary and the saints to intercede is essential. But when the burden is heavy and the devil has a strong hold, it is a good time to reach out for family and your humble friends. At these low self-esteem moments, I reach deep down inside and investigate the face of the voice who is provoking me. And the devil is provoking. That is what Satan does. When things bother me, or I'm looking for inspiration, I like to walk or find a corner where I can think. Thinking is my remedy. For example, in my mind, I think in 3 steps. First, I think of Jesus depicted in the Stations of the Cross where he falls for the very first time. Quickly I reflect, is my suffering worse, and can I pick myself up? The second time Jesus falls, I think of the suffering that I endured and put in the lives of those around me who are disabled. People who may have no arms or legs and unable to walk or work. Am I better off than them? Then I think of Jesus falling for the last time, ready to die, and how he will suffer so much. This is when I think of nails. The nails that will hold him on the cross so that everyone may see him. I look at this dreadful crucifixion and suddenly feel happy that he died to end all suffering for us. Nails remind me of another exercise in my mind as I walk. When I walk, you may see me once in a while picking up things from the ground or from the community. So I will bend down and pick up nails and screws that I see on the sidewalk and put them in my pocket until I can throw them in the garbage. If you own a car, you may know a nail can stop your car from going. It can be expensive to fix a flat tire every week. I pick up the nails as a gesture to prevent this from happening to someone else. If you get that far in thought, this exercise or pocket full of nails may remind us of the suffering compared to our own problems. It's also an exercise that can bring out the best of life, worth living, like almsgiving during Lent. It makes me feel good about myself and complements the faith that requires us to give and also take the pain away. Saint Teresa of Avila on suffering said, Christ has no body now but yours. No hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which Christ looked compassion into the world. Yours are the feet with which Christ walks to do good. And yours are the hands with which Christ blesses the world. Picking up the pieces is a blessing to justify righteousness. A hobby is picking up the pieces. A good talk with a neighbor is picking up the pieces. Eating lunch with a friend is picking up the pieces. The ultimate temptation failed, and the devil won't have a chance to succeed unless we stop believing in the teachings that come from God. If you listen to the words here in church in the coming weeks, you will be inspired by the readings of the apostles Luke and finally Gospels according to John. Here, Jesus is the same body and blood that represents the cross, who is present every Sunday in the Eucharist. We can celebrate the risen Christ through the sacrament's intentions and partake in its grace. We are adopted by these actions, and we are truly the children of God.